Hello everyone. Welcome back to the session of English. Today in this session, we'll start with vocabulary. Vocabulary means word power. This enables us not only to take our exam but also help improve our communication skills. This is very important for every competitive exam. So let's begin with the session. First, we'll discuss that what is the meaning of vocabulary. Vocabulary is a vital aspect. So let's have an introduction of vocabulary. Vocabulary is a vital aspect of language proficiency and is important in competitive exams. It encompasses various word categories like nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, and more. Vocabulary is just word power. We all have in our mind at least 500 words. This is very basic. A small amount I have said. Maybe possible in our mind we have many words, 1,000 more than 10,000 words. Vocabulary helps us improve our communication skills. Not only this, but also it enables us to speak smartly. Vocabulary basically consists of various types. It means questions of various types can be formed from the part of vocabulary. We can have one word substitutions. Then we have phrasal verbs, verbs with preposition, which behaves like idioms and phrases. Synonyms, same meaning words, the words that has same meaning, the words that have same meaning. Then antonyms that are opposites. Then we have idioms and phrases like proverbs and idioms and phrases. The multiple vocabulary words like homophones and so on. Also, we have a part of spelling. It is spellings. A word has a spelling. So the spelling correction part also comes from this section. So this is very important for an exam. If we talk about any competitive exam, this part is very, very important. We can improve our vocabulary by reading abilities with reading. If we read a lot, if we read newspapers, if we read articles, if we read editorials, if we read books, we get to know many words. In a day as well, if we learn more than 5 words, that will be enough to improve our vocabulary. And this is very important in our daily life as well, in the aspects of our daily life as well. So, first we'll begin with the one word substitution part. One word substitution. Now, what are one word substitution? Now, one word substitution, as you can see, here it is written that one word. It means when we have a sentence. When we have a sentence. And to answer this, or you can say the group to answer this group of words, we substitute this sentence with a single word. That is called one word substitution. One word substitution refers to the practice of using a single word to replace a phrase or a group of words that convey a particular concept or meaning. It means word for a sentence or word for a group of words. A single word for a group of words. For example, people who work together. Now, here we have some words or a sentence or a phrase. People who work together are called colleagues. A place where birds are kept. Now, a place, the name of a place where birds are kept, that is called aviary. It's aviary. So there are many one word substitutions based on places, based on phobia, means fear, studies, collections, people, and so on, etc. For example, the places where birds are kept, the places where bees are kept, the places where aeroplanes are kept, and so on. So there are various kinds of places that we should have in our mind. Phobia, the fear of anything. For example, fear of water is known as hydrophobia. Fear of closed spaces is known as claustrophobia. So there are various phobias. Studies, for example, the study of animals, the study of plants, and so on. So there are various studies. Collection, for example, the collection of coins, the collection of stamps. People, a person who treats patients is known as people who work together. There are many types of people. So these are the categories of one word substitution. Altruist, who is philanthropist, who is misogynist. So there are many words. So one by one, we'll discuss many one word substitutions so that we can prepare well for our examination. So let us have some one word substitutions in this session. The first one, showing astute parts of judgment, clever, and judicious. Astute means when one is clever enough to judge anyone. Clever, judicious. So that this kind of person is known as shrewd. Shrewd is known as the person showing astute parts. Now the next one who does a thing for pleasure and not as a profession. It means when someone does anything, but that is just his hobby or passion, and not professionally. For example, there is a teacher uh, who teaches her students just because he loves to teach, just because she loves to teach, just because she loves teaching. So that person is known as amateur. That person is known as amateur. The pronunciation is amateur, not chio. It's amateur. A place for a storage of arms. Arms means weapons. And ammunition. This is called arsenal. Evoking a keen sense of sadness or regret. That is poignant. It is pronounced as poignant. Then we have another one word substitution, that is profitable, yielding financial gain. Anything that is profitable, that yields financial gain. It is lucrative. For example, we say lucrative project. So lucrative projects are the projects through which we can earn. One who takes a dark view of things. He is called pessimist. Now another one is known as optimist. So we can say optimist is the opposite of it. Optimist, one who is positive every time. Positive. Every time. Or you can say a person who sees bright view of things. A person who takes bright view of things. He takes the things positively. That is called optimist. So pessimist and optimist are antonyms of each other. Next we have cause to continue, keep up, preserve, a state of affairs, an activity, etc. This is to maintain something, to keep something in a position, to keep something in a direction. That is called maintain. A person who introduces the performers or contestants in a variety show, that is called compare, or anchor, or host. So all these persons, they introduces the performers or contestants in a show, that is called anchor, host, or compare. Taking a heed or care, being conscious. So a mindful, a mindful person taking a heed or care, being conscious, that is mindful. Scientific study of worms and insects. Now this is called entomology. Now here a word that we have, that is a study. We have a word logy. Logy means study. It means the root word is logy. Now if we have a word gynae, so gynae means woman. Now you must have heard a word gynecologist or gynecology. So gynecology, it means gynae means woman and study of woman is known as gynecology. Same way we have a word anthropos. Anthropos stands for men or human or mankind. So if we say anthropology, it means a study of human is called anthropology. Zoo. Zoo is related to animals. Zoo is related to animals. Now, if I say zoology, it means a study of animals is called zoology. Botany. Botany, in botany we study plants. It means botany is the study of plants. There are various words in which if I add suffix logy, it will become the study of that particular thing. So, entomology is the study of insects. Gynecology is the study of women. Anthropology is the study of human. The next one, the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. Integrity. One who makes maps and charts, so one who draws the maps, is known as cartographer. The scientific study of behavior, structure, physiology, classification, and distribution of animals. Well, in zoo we see animals, and logy stands for study. So this kind of study is known as zoology, which talks us about animals, their behavior, their structure, their physiology, classification, and distribution. Honor given for some achievement, that is called laurel. Now, killing of a person by another, this is called homicide, when one person kills another. This is called homicide. Now, there are various words as well. Side means death, or you can say killing. CIDE, side. This word is a root word that means to kill someone. Now, if I use a word patricide, if I use a word matricide, if I write a word fratricide, if I write a word sorrowcide, now if I write a word infanticide, or if I write another word like genocide, you must have heard all these words. So Petri is related to father. So killing of one's father, killing of one's father, it's a heinous crime. One's father. So this is called patricide. Now killing of one's mother is known as matricide. Matri we know related to maternal, that is mother. Then fratry. Fratry is used for brother. So killing of one's brother, then killings of one's sister, and killing of an infant. Not once, but an infant. This is called infanticide. Now you must have heard this word genocide. So genocide is actually when one group, yeah, group of people of one group, people of one group or caste are killed. That is called genocide. Now fast moving water, this is called torrent. Treat with a vaccine, usually by injection to promote immunity against a disease. This is called inoculate. One who knows all things, all the things. So this is called omniscient. Now, omni means complete. Yeah, all. Now we have some more words like this, like omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient. Now, omnipotent means potent is actually related to potential, the power. So one who has all the powers, one who is very powerful or most powerful or most powerful. So this is another part. So this is called omnipotent. Basically, we use these words for God because God is omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient, one who is everywhere. Now, omniscient, one who knows all the things that we have read here only. So this is called omniscient. We say that God is omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient because He is the most powerful, He is everywhere, and He knows everything. Now, a group of worshippers, that is congregation, or whenever there is a large group of people, this is also called congregation. Someone who is reserved and shy. This person is called introvert, and one who is not reserved at all, that is extrovert. And one who know how to balance his controls. So that is known as ambivert, both introvert and extrovert, who know when to speak and when to not. That is a mature person or an adult. Extrovert are generally uh, small kids. Sorry, kids are generally extroverts because they speak whatever comes to their mind. Introvert are basically people who knows, in fact, who speaks very less, who has very less friends. That is called introvert. In this, we can see word is basically related to word. Intro means insight. And pro means to turn. So when we turn our thoughts, when we turn our thoughts and opinion to ourselves only. That is the part of introvert and extrovert when we exceed it or out it. So that is extrovert. MB means both. So ambivert is a person who know when to speak and when to not. Now, a happy development or happening of events by chance. So when something happens to us by chance and it is very, very good, so that is called serendipity. For example, meeting my friend was a serendipity for me. To become a strong person in spite of many difficulties, that person is called resilient. A large group of people. Now, this particular word is known as horde. Also, we call group of people like crowd. But when a large number of people are there, so that is known as horde. People or person living at the same time. That is called contemporary. For example, if I say my grandfather was of the time of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Jawaharlal Nehru ji. So that is contemporary because they both were living at the same time. One who believes in his fate. Fate means when a person is of pessimist nature. When a person is pessimist, when he is pessimistic. For example, when he always thinks that whatever he does fetches the same result and that is bad. He always believe in his uh, destiny, but he always feels himself as a defeatist. So that person is known as fatalist. Um, he can also be called pessimistic. Pessimist. So pessimist, fatalist, they can be the synonyms. Take hold of forcibly or suddenly. When something is taken forcibly with force or suddenly, this is called seize. To stop something. Someone who does not believe in God existence. Does God existence or God's existence. That is called atheist. Now, theist who believes in God's existence. The arrangement of events or dates in order of their occurrence. This is called chronology. When something happens after something, that is called chronology. Rarely, not often. When something happens rarely, it means there is no chance of happening it. Maybe, might be, it is might to happen. Or maybe possible never happen. That happens equivalent to no. That is called seldom. So delicate or precise as to be difficult to analyze or describe. When something is very small or very simple or very precise, it is very, very short. To be difficult to analyze or describe, that I cannot describe, that I cannot analyze it. So that part is known as syllable, which is not ready to understand or to explain. That is called syllable. A person who regards the whole world as his country. So the type of person is called cosmopolitan. Try hard to do or achieve something. It means to present efforts. One who make efforts, one who uh, we can say one who does hard work, so that is called endeavor. Rapid or sudden rise, that is called upsurge. It means to move upwards, upsurge. Person had to drive our car. Now this is called chauffeur. One who is bad in spellings, that is cacographer. Hatred, malevolence. The main character in a story, so it is called the leading character. Basically, the leading character in a story, that is called protagonist. It's protagonist. And one more word is there, that is antagonist. Antagonist is basically a negative role, one who performs as a villain. It's called antagonist. A letter poem whose author is unknown. Now, if we don't know the author of that particular note, of that particular letter or poem, that is called anonymous. Many of you must have donated some amount in a temple or anywhere else. You must have seen the list in that list that it has been paid anonymously. So anonymously means without informing anyone. It is without showing off things, that is anonymous. Branch of science that studies structure, classification, and genetic of plants. This is called botany. One who talks in sleep, that is called somnilocist. Now this word locust, now a word is there, loquacious. So this word is used for someone who speaks very much. Someone who speaks a lot. So in this case, somniloquist is the answer. One more word, one who walks in sleep. Now the question also comes, one who walks in sleep is called somnambulist. Somnambulist. So we should keep these words in our mind. So here we have learned 41 word substitutions today. Now in the next session, we'll again continue with the same one word substitutions with some other one word substitutions. Thank you.